In 1975, New York faced an enormous fiscal crisis. Prior to that, a strong working class and industrial sector, in collaboration with finance and real estate, fueled the city economy. As a result of the crisis, city policy began to shift to an emphasis on business growth and real estate. Industry became seen as obsolete and unimportant. Social programs were cut, and city spending became concentrated on long-term development strategies to encourage large, white-collar business growth. Over the next 30 years, industry continued to decline, more money flooded into the city, and the emphasis on a global business model became the primary focus of the city's economy.
The economic model that has driven the city's development over the last 10 years is the same one that has been more or less in place since the early 1970s. And the model is make the city more business friendly, and there are different ways, obviously, of doing that. Focus on globalizing industries, finance, real estate, business services, and so on, the global city functions of the city. Those are seen as the the engine of the city's economic growth in the future. The promise has always been, since the fiscal crisis of the 1970s and the economic crisis that preceded it, that if New York City follows this model of government, there will be prosperity, there will be employment, there will be fiscal stability. The city's budget will be balanced. It will generate revenues and so on.
You know, for decades, the city has been pursuing this I think nonsensical policy where it's been giving multi-million-dollar tax break deals to the likes of J.P. Morgan Chase, Bear Stearns, Goldman Sachs, and so many other investment banks and major media corporations as a way to keep them from moving jobs outside of the city. But in reality, these companies have laid off workers, they've moved jobs out of the city. You know, I think it's hard to fight the global trends that are at play here.
If big companies like Major League Baseball, like American Express, like Merrill Lynch, like Bear Stearns, the list will go on and on, I'll just stop there. If those companies don't have to pay their fair share, the burden is shifted to the small businesses.
Providing millions and millions of dollars of tax breaks for these companies is an unwise policy because, you know, like it or not, you know, this kind of thing is going to happen. In this global economy, these major financial corporations are going to continue to downsize, they're going to continue to merge, they're going to continue to outsource jobs, and Manhattan is such an expensive place for real estate that to please their shareholders, they almost have to do it. They're going to continue to move jobs to New Jersey and Tampa and India. They can't justify having all of their employees, you know, in Midtown Manhattan real estate. So why should the city subsidize the $100 a square foot real estate prices that they're paying? These tax break deals just haven't really worked.
In the 1970s, there was massive abandonment of property in the South Bronx and central Brooklyn. Whole sectors of the city were in decline and landlords were walking away. In reaction to that, the real estate industry contrived a set of policies in their favor to help subsidize reinvestment in neighborhoods and a different kind of investment, an investment that excluded people with low incomes. Public housing subsidies were reduced, so now it was keyed to the market, to market rate development. And that's current city policy today.